What's up, gamers? GamerDad here. This is a guide to help you complete the Week 10 weekly quest, Travel Distance While Holding Aspect of Combat or Aspect of Speed. If you haven't subscribed or used my creator code yet, please do so. I really appreciate your support. For this challenge, we need to travel a total of 250 units of distance or meters after picking up one of the two aspects. Now, the aspect of speed and combat. Each of these are dropped by the bosses at Mount Olympus and or Brawler's Battleground. So you've got Ares down at the Battleground and Zeus at Mount Olympus. Now, first off, a couple options. If you see the column there, that means the boss has yet to be summoned. If you see a medallion when you're looking there, that means the boss has been summoned and is likely being fought against. So that's the column. Nobody has come yet. Now, I'm highlighting the location right here. This is where there's an Olympus chest. This might help you get some loot, but with all of the desire for players to get their quest done, I would expect Mount Olympus is going to be crazy. So you're going to want to come here, potentially right off the battle bus, grab yourself a weapon or two, and go right after fighting Zeus. And that way, when you defeat Zeus, he will drop the aspect of speed, and you'll pick it up, and then you can go about traveling the distance. You could also find one of these aspects, and remember, it's only 2 of the 4. The other 2 aspects don't count, the one from Grim Gate and the one from the Underworld. You could find them on the ground, pick them up and do it, but that is just going to be pure fluke. So if anytime you see on the map, you see a medallion, you could highlight it and run for it. But if you're the first person to challenge a boss, this is what you'll see. There's a statue. And you can see, I've just landed here. I don't even have a single weapon. I just literally ran in and challenged Zeus. I figured the worst case is another player shows up and starts fighting him while I'm collecting my weapons. And I just ran around in like a big circle here. I didn't take any damage. I have crappy guns. But I'm going to prove to you here that even somebody who's not ridiculously sweaty and not like a superstar can easily defeat these bosses with very little prep work. You just have to have a strategy and like kind of use your head here. Anytime you can, and especially if he's reloaded, you want to unload on the boss. And you always want to move around too. You want to pay attention to other players coming in, and when you do, sneak around and take them out from the side, just like I did there. At one point, once you lay enough damage into Zeus, he will pause, he'll sit there, you'll be like, why is he not taking damage? That's because these minions are going to come out. Don't be afraid. Anytime you're taking damage and or your shields have been damaged, use these walls. You know how easily I disposed of these minions by tucking into the wall, then coming back out again? And you can do the same thing with Zeus or whatever boss. Use walls to your advantage. When Zeus starts using his attack on you, run with a sprint, a slide, and get behind a wall, and he can't do that much damage. And this was me showing how you could essentially just show up here and get this done. And as you can see, as I killed other players, I took the weapons that they dropped, and it just made the job even easier. So like that, there is the aspect of speed. So if you could always show up here. If another player's fighting, you could hide, wait for the other player to eliminate, and then come in and kill the player and take the aspect. This is what I meant by if you're traveling around and you see that aspect on the screen like that. So I wasn't even working on this challenge, and I just said, what the heck? The nice thing is, coming here in the storm means the storm is already doing damage to the minions and or the boss and or other players. So as long as you have a means to heal up, and you've got a medkit or bandages, so this is what happens here. Someone has already initiated the fight. I'm assuming at this point they died because no players come out and fight me. And I end up taking out the minions and Zeus myself. There's the aspect of speed, and this is where I'm actually working on my challenge. The first time I was giving you an example. This is how I did it myself. So I'll pick up the aspect of speed. Now, if you're in the storm, again, just make sure you've got an ability to heal yourself. So you'll see in a minute, as I start traveling, the distance starts counting up. And because I'm in the storm, I do pause for a minute and quickly heal up once I see these bandages. And then I'm going to go back to traveling distance. By the way, you don't have to walk or sprint. As long as you have the aspect, you can fly with the wings of Icarus, which I should have done here, and I didn't think of it offhand. I was in the throes of the challenge. You could hop in a vehicle. Either way, there's multiple ways to travel distance, and as long as you're holding the aspect, this will count. And to be honest, 250 units is not far at all. It will be over before you know it. You don't really even need a vehicle for this. I do hope that this guide is helpful for you. Please drop a like. Leave me a comment, and if you haven't subscribed or used my creator code yet, please do so. I greatly appreciate your support. Good luck with the challenge. Until the next video, this is GamerDad out.